my training. Okay, a mix of the strength training and some boxing back today. First warm up. I'm going to do talk as much as I can. I realize that my throat, my voice, I'm going to respond first. Okay? Hello? Good to see you guys. I'm okay. It's my short person, but that's okay. A lot of talking, singing. Yeah, basically a lot of speaking. Hope you're doing well, though. So I'm gonna start from the landmine push, then I'll do the rope climb. Okay. So first I'm gonna warm up a little bit more, and I'll do those two. I'm gonna skip legs today. Well, I shouldn't skip your legs. My knee is a little bit off, so I'm not gonna risk heavy weights today on my legs. Yes, wait, weird. I remember you. You've been before in the live streams. Thanks for being here. Yeah, just for the sake of the warm up. So the landmine have to be pushed, right? Okay, let's do one pull up. You know, apart from the joints, joint workout. Let me put it this way. I think it's better. Apart from the joint warm up, you do a little bit of movement, like a similar movement. I was very depressed at the time, but you and your husband guided me, and now I'm fine. Oh, that's a blessing, and very happy to hear that. And you got this. We didn't really do much. We just helped you with advice, or just gave you a little direction, or if you believe in God, maybe God just gave you a little reminders to us. Okay, so you did it. You made some changes, and you're better now. So good job. You should be proud of yourself. Okay, landmine first. I'm trying 17 and a half because the barbell is 20 kgs. Here I have 15 kgs plus 2.5. So yeah, 17 and a half and plus a little bit of extra barbell. little bit rusty. You told me to get up on the and go for a walk. I was not able to get out of the bed, but I tried and I did it. Good job. You got this. That's amazing. Okay, just keep it up a little bit. A little movement always helps. Even if you have the most depressed day, those are little basics that's gonna help you 100%. Please subscribe, share, appreciate it. Kristen, thank you. Okay, next one. Gonna go here. Okay, we just turn it around like this. Okay, we'll try some rope climbing. I'm from Georgia. Sadvarda, Vietnamshi. Darbash. Okay, so I did those two elements: landmine, the rope, and now I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna set up. I'm gonna set up around 15 minutes, and I'll go on the boxing bag now and do some boxing stuff. Let me set up the time. There we go. Okay, well, let's move over. Okay. Here. Just 1 second. I'm gonna just play this 15 minutes and just do some work on the boxing bag. I like to train calisthenics. That's good for you guys. Calisthenics are great. Have a good day, you guys. Have a good day too. Thank you. I hope you're doing well as well. So it's interesting. Some of the strengths specific training, and my jab is feeling quite sharp. Georgian lines. I'm orthodox. The camera is squinting, so this is my left arm. This is my orthodox stance. Appreciate it, thank you. Yeah, no karaoke today. Gonna talk less. Rest my voice. Here's a double lead. Hand pull. More like dusty. And it's moment where in boxing you gotta cut the angles. I'm teaching myself as much angle cutting as possible, especially the shorter boxing. And you took it. Thanks. How long have you been training? Around 10 years total. First 2 years, amateur boxing. Then I retired and kept going on my own. Now I'm getting back right to competitive shape. For the life, appreciate it. You have hands, training. This is not sparring, guys, okay? But if you use it right, you use all the tools you have to build up the right by power distribution, even the frequency, you know? If I do couple thumps, if I don't do those kind of punches, if I just don't train them, I'm signing up for getting tired because you can't do that all of a sudden in the ring. You need to kind of grind through every element, and heavy bag is great for it. Now I see Bibbs. Hi. Who your favorite boxer? There are a lot. Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins, Manny Pacquiao, and Floyd Patterson, and many. So a lot of other boxers, just like that. I scraped up top five. And Crawford. I mean, Terence Crawford is Lomachenko, like those three, kind of like another top five. So yeah, it's hard to respond to that question. Okay. One challenge for you. Well, let's try. Tell me. I'll tell you if I can do it or not. Eh, marvelous. Marvin Hagler, my alternative favorite. You know, Four Kings era was cool. Wasn't it? You had the Hagler, uh, non-communicative beast. You had Thorns, a slender man. You had Duran, a small man fighting giants, and you had Sugar Ray Leonard, like a new Muhammad Ali of the at least they wanted to do that way. To me, I think Sugar Ray was the most like well-rounded. You know what I mean? But all the four were legendary, and they have helped each other to become legendary too because they complemented each other, like they rivalry. Hands of stone, yeah. Okay, hey, try. Right jab. Hold up, right jab, left jab. Hold up, right upper, left jab. I mean, I have only. I mean, unless I switch stance, I have left jab. This is left hand. So you want jab, jab, upper right, jab, jab. Got. I'm just telling you that is close. The right straight punch or the back straight punch. If I'm southpaw, I have a left cross. If I'm orthodox, I have a right there. Like I would have to switch the stances like this. That's not really very efficient. Have you ever been vomiting? Once or twice, yeah. The Mickey Ward liver hit, never forget. Yeah, Mickey Ward and sorry, need to remember. Arturo Gatti, one of the legendary fights, one of the most legendary fights. Was trilogy, yeah? I think it was trilogy. Ward won twice and Gatti won once, if I'm not mistaken. When was last time? It was actually quite long ago. I think it was when I was an amateur. Since then, I'm being very careful with that. Yeah. tell me the challenge. No UFC boxing, but I watch UFC and I do some UFC talks here. Speaking of UFC talks, before the live streaming, the watching event, if I'm gonna be able to do that, or we can have a live stream about kind of predicting and sharing our opinions who will win in the main card at least. One balloon in the third second. Yes, I can. Weight class 48. I think it's a boxing minimal weight in females. Abs are not really visible. I have some reblinds, but I'm not that down yet. Okay. Go. Okay, let me see the time. I don't know. Let me know if the mic works now. Hey guys, which style? Mix. You gotta create your own style by picking apart other people's styles and taking what works for you. Can you hear me, guys? Can you just help me out with this one? Like, can you hear me on the distance? Do you? Not working. One second. What about now? What about now? Yeah, just, yep. Okay. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia. Okay, but my 15 minutes were up. So now I'm going to shake it off a little bit more, drink some water, and now I'm going to do a landmine and rope. So 2 exercises for strength. I'm skipping legs because my knee just doesn't feel good today. So since I'm doing strength training, less than 5 repetitions, and I'm not trying to pass 5. Once I can do 5, 6, I have to stock up the weight. And on the landmine, I'm on 17.5 kgs plus the barbell. No, Georgia, the country. Mirab Dvalishvili, Ilya Tapuria, Alexandra Tapuria, Levan Saginashvili. Those guys, same country. Yeah, good sound. Okay. That was just some issue, like temporary issue. Where you punch, do you breathe out from nose or mouth? I do short, brief exhales. So in the boxing, don't focus on inhale. You control your breathing through exhale. I usually do. It's just comfortable way to explain. Some people are like, so they even, but I'm not sure if it's allowed to scream and yell too loud. So the optimal is like, you can get a little expression with your voice if you want to. It's like, and with the mouse guard, you kind of do the same. Thank you. Okay, let me drink water, guys, and I'm gonna do strength elements. So I'm gonna do the landmine, and as I said, I'll do the rope climbing. I'm not climbing all the way up yet, but I can do a little bit. No, I'm not the southpaw. Remember, guys, my tattoo arm is the left arm, meaning if my left is forward, that means I'm orthodox. Just the camera is flipping. How long have I been training in the boxing? Have I? How long have I been training in the boxing? Around 10 years total. But now I'm this year uh, trying to train up back to a competitive level. And yeah, gradually getting there. The other day had sparring, said, well, good thing, gonna be able, every Saturday, gonna be able now to live stream the sparrings where me and others gonna do it. So it's like a more like a training sparrings, technical sparrings. And Coach An, local boxing coach, gonna help me. He's a very smart guy, and I think we're gonna do quite well together. Well, he estimated me like 5-6 months of the good, like a stage of physicality, endurance, plus the timing and strategy training. So it's a lot of technical sparring, so a little bit heavier sparring to grinding and polishing certain things, and endurance, like a heavy impact on endurance, stamina, and strength, like I do now. 5-6 months, but maybe before that too. It's like he said, maybe like a maximum. That's how much you would need. I would need. So stay tuned. Huge Katie Taylor fan. She's a brilliant boxer. I'm a Katie Taylor fan too. She's her defensive boxing style is the best in women, I think. Thailand or Cambodia to build a good base. Yeah, first fight most likely, since we're in Southeast Asia anyways, we'll do that. Okay, guys, but I'm going for a landmine, okay? Ooh, sweat. Okay. Flipped. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. Okay, so 4 repetition. It's good enough. 17 kgs plus the barbell. So maybe extra, I don't know, whatever. It's like, I mean, barbell is usually 20, but it's not the full. Let's count the half weight of it. This is, guys, for the strength. Strength is a skill. And for it, doing repetitions, no point. For endurance, yes, you need repetitions, but it's better to do through boxing and get some extra weights like dumbbells, do like a muscle endurance training through boxing. But this is the pure strength. This type of training goes for every sport. If I would do sprinting, I would go quarter squats, and some of the full body strength oriented training, less than 5 repetitions, long amount of rest in between. More than 15 minutes at the very least. My nose is a little bit, so you see my nostril? My septum is shifted in. That happened through when I was an amateur boxer. Are you in the UFC? No, I'm not. I'm not planning to, at least as a fighter. Boxing, from the other hand, yes, please. Okay, ropes. Try to do this one. Gonna get some chalk. Okay. Whew. Okay, as I said, there's still way to go. I can do approximately half, but we'll get there. The strength is building gradually. Whew. Okay, let me drink more water, and I'm gonna get to the bag again. Let's set up the 15-minute timer. One more time. Okay. Appreciate it. Thank you. The most important thing is I'm trying my best. Isn't it the most important? Let me try to find a different angle. Проходи, проходи. Не хочешь? С камеру. Okay, that should be good. I think this is the best. Не проблема? Yeah. I think this, just to make sure that you can see. Yeah, I think it's a good angle. There's 2 points to watch your stream. Well, feel free to share why. What's the point? 1 second. How is your kicks? I mean, I can do kicks, but I'm not a kickboxer. It's been like, I mean, my left kick is bad, but like that's, I used to do karate, so I just remember a little bit of technique, but again, I'm not gonna go too hard on it because you know how it works. So boxing is the primary now. Down, down. Yeah, that's like a freakazoid in a good way. Another southpaw, guys. This is the left arm. Sorry, the thing is flipping. So let me write the thing actually. If I no, I don't think I can write the chat. If someone can write that I'm an Orthodox, I'll just pin it. Karate just a year, boxing way longer. I just came out here to say hi because I have to go, which is where's Chris? Chris is a little bit sick. He's been here, but he's coming in like on and off. Today, he just got some flu. Have you trained Muay Thai? No. Yes, Sunflower. Gabby, I will tell. I remember your name. I will tell Chris. Say hi. Thanks for being here. Have fun. You have fun too. Have a good day. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Whew. Again, combination between like fast, rapid, moderate, like a 50, 60%. I need to start moving more to the right direction too. So 1, 2. I'll work on this one right now. Gotta slow down a little bit, focus. So it's like if I leave 1, 2, right hand, I can follow it. Pull it backwards, follow, step on the side, slip, and then side step or shift, and then leave the left hook from the right direction. So it's like bum, 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 bum. I'm doing it better on the left side, like ta ta ta. But let's train the right side as well. Ta ta. Breathing exercise. Did you hear a rumor about Ronda Rousey? Yes. And if it's true, it would make more sense her fighting Serrano, Gina Serrano, rather than uh, Katie. Unless it's just a staged exhibition or something. I don't think Ronda has that much money to pay like J Paul can. So I don't know. I think it's a waste of time. Okay. Thank you very much for running. I'm pinning this one. Okay. So people can see. Uh, uh, whew. You gotta smile always. Whew. Yeah, straight up boxing. Katie will now here. Her. Yeah. I mean, come on. This is like this is not even funny. I'm gonna drink water and continue. Okay. Whew. Easy work for Katie. I think it's almost like a little bit of disrespect to Katie. I don't know. I understand people want to make shows by putting some like a combat spots and general like boxing sport. Anyways, some known famous figures and the Miss Martial Arts. But let's be honest, Ronda, not even against the Katie, like even in MMA, she's not a competition anymore. Her age is not like I don't know. Like at that age, I would actually focus on raising new generation. You know what I mean? But I guess it's also like not every good martial artist can become a good coach. So I don't know, but I would love to open a gym or something. You know, even if I wouldn't coach, I would love to see a new generation, you know, grow up and do some master classes every now and then, that kind of stuff. You know, because that way you can actually continue your legacy. Did I karaoke in the session? No. Who's your top favorite combat athletes of your time? Or that's even broader question than just boxing or UFC. Okay, combat. Well, combat. That's not mixed martial arts. Yeah, combat sports. Mm, well, okay, let's put Tyson Steele as a Tyson. You know, as my all-time favorite. Then in MMA, um, I would pick Fyodor Emelianenko, maybe like one of the there are other many legends too, but he's been like his presence, his echo, his martial arts, he's like that was crazy era, and I don't know, man. And I'll say one of the women. I'll say Valentina Shevchenko is the female to me. Okay, yeah, Piotr was one of the pioneers. Obviously, there were others too, but uh, Couture, Krokop, uh, and others. Okay, okay, so let's continue. So I'm trying to do fast sleep. The fast sleep is basically kind of like almost falling on the side and using your leg as the stoppage. You know what I mean? So I'm not just doing like one, two, bum. Like I'm kind of trying to do bum, bum, and at the same time kind of pull while I'm pulling this hand. I let myself fall and then stop. And then I do shift. So I would do like something like to be like immediately off the punching line. So this is not something I would improvise like, oh, and then let me do it unless it's like a slower pace. Of course, those kind of combos when it's active, I already kind of plan to do despite opponent throwing punches or not. So it will be something like again. Okay. Something like this. Rose is one of my favorites. She's a good one. Okay. I'm gonna keep working on the same one. Cute respect. Thank you. Respect. Respect. That's my favorite strike. I don't know. I mean, for me, it makes sense to get in. So I'm trying to really, really work. I'm gonna start working on them on sparrings too, with Coach Ant's help. I'm gonna live stream that too, so you'll be able to see. But it's basically, for me, just trying to work as a defensive distance. There's no point. Even for in 48, potential with someone my height or slightly taller, it's possible, but it's way better for me to just be more present. So, like from the beginning, I would do like one, two, and combos like I just did right now. Or the other side, I can do cutting angles. Sometimes just push, pump, 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 straight away, like aggressively. Sometimes you're just something like this. But also, even as a shorter boxer still, let me see, kids roaming around, yeah. And I love kids in the martial arts gym. You gotta have kids. You gotta bring them while they're walking, like just start walking. Yeah, Tyson, Fyodor, yeah, were smaller. A lot of others were bigger. That's true. That's something that really deserves respect. John Jones UFC, K1 Ernesto. Yeah, no, fair point. Nothing against that. It's just super hard to mention that one person when people ask you about single martial artists. Okay, but guys, even as the shorter boxer, despite me wanting to go to the like the middle range or closer range, still throwing a legit good uh, like kind of straight punches from the longer distance against the shorter opponent and landing them, there is a certain way how to do it. For let's do it now. I'm gonna do it now. Palm, with slightly lean, just 1, 2, and I'm gonna start from further. So boldly with the courage. Obviously, that movement needs to be trained, but that's why butt bag is one of the things where you train it. But like something like this, and especially when they start coming at you, because that way they help you. So you're like, all you need to is to outspeed your opponent. So while they throw punches, you slip them through. They slip here and slip there. Usually, first one slips and the second one already gets distorted. So you land both. If you land first one, you're most likely gonna land the second one too. So again. Something like this. So immature in the comments and crazy. That's okay. Well, guys, we're here about respect. I'm not competing with other men. Actually, the most stuff I know is from men, from amazing men that helped me to get better. So men in the mixed martial arts mostly are truly amazing. And I'm very thankful to them. So it's not, they usually don't want to beat me because I'm very respectful and grateful and adorable. uh, my husband is a massive guy, and I taught him how to box actually. So he's quite scary man, but no need to. Again, I'm married to an amazing man, and so again, joke's fine, joke all you want. That gives me some engagement, but people who are here for a while, they know us, they know me, they know some other people. We actually try to build a community here, and try to come back more and more live streams. It's actually a very healthy place where you can get advice, motivation, not only from me but from the other people in the chat. So stay tuned. French boxing, Muay Thai, kickboxing, Georgian boxing. I guess Soviet boxing is my closest. That was my base, but Soviet boxing doesn't really do much to me. Like this, I mean, it's great to know it, and probably in the 48 kg I'll be able to pull it off, because there's going to be someone approximately my height, and as long as I'm faster, it should be fine. But I still suggest you, try different styles. And one of the things I've been training actually now is getting hunting angles, getting like pump, 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 switching a little bit stances, like that kind of stuff. Okay. So yeah. Okay, keep going. Yeah, now I'm gonna go a little bit harder punches, okay? So someone was asking how to do harder punches. We can pace down a little bit, and you can start just like a single punch through your hip, creating momentum, and then add 2 punches. Super explosive. Take your time. that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna rest now. Another set on the strength set, okay? So here, guys. It's raining quite intensively, by the way. Good left and right hooks. Thank you. I've been training. I've been practicing. Putting the brains to it as well. Trying to focus a lot on the right technique. You know, speed, all that kind of stuff. Thanks for your answer. Good footwork. Thank you. I've been training. All of that, guys, I wasn't as good as I'm now, and there's way to go. But it's so satisfying when some of the people follow me for some time and they're like, you have a good improvement. And I'm like, yes. It's always very encouraging. Keep it up, chick, for real. Keep it up. Okay, a little rest, another set of. I'll see if I can do 2 more sets. Landmine, rope, and I'm supposed to do 1 more boxing, like a set. Just gonna keep it a little bit light, I guess, and I'll do the last one. So total is gonna be 4 sets of the landmines, 4 repetitions, everything less than 5, 4 repetitions, 17.5 kgs on the landmine, plus the barbell, but maybe half of the weight. That helps me to develop a push strength. And I'll be honest, today I started throwing jab. It was different. It was different. It was more snappy. It's not like I was dragging my head. Obviously, I'm working on speed too, but strength is something that helps a lot. And this is for back. So last time I was doing pull-ups, but this time I'm just doing like, it's good for grip as well. So like a rope climbing. Well, some days you gotta train hard, but then recover. Science is clear on that. And me and my husband are very pro-scientific approach when it comes to the physical preparation. Left hook. Let me do those sets and we'll talk more about left hook, okay? Haha. Hi, Gabby. Well, good for you, and I mean, good luck at school. All right. Here is the landmine. Okay. Okay. Failure. So the third one, the fourth one on the left one was, no, it went wrong. So just stop it. Ideally, keep it the same amount, but yeah, I'm gonna now probably the last set. The next time I go the rotation, I do straight. There's no point to gotta be. It strengthens your joints as well, but as long as you keep it right. Correct. First time I started doing that program was a Chris's guidance. First day, like I knew that I could push more, but my joints were hurting. So I was very cautious of like to push, but not to hurt my joints. Second day and today, my joints feel super strong. And I started from 10 kgs. Now it's 17.5. So it's good progress. I think standing dumbbell OHP. What is OHP? Transfer better for punching. I mean, look it up. Landmine is one of the best. for pushing. It's also the closest exercise that actually replicates the movement. And the good thing is that it directs, you got to push it slightly up. So it's actually like, that creates the pattern that is aiming a little bit more upwards. Okay, the next one, the rope. Let me try the rope, the chalk. Kids are playing, of course, which is lovely. And it's a beautiful rain on the background. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting tired. I cannot even get up. I cannot get up to the half anymore. And I assume kids shifted my holder a little bit, but I think you still saw it. Failure gets hypertrophy, especially if you do 7, 8 till 12, 15, 16 repetitions. Muscle failure will give you the volume growth, aka hypertrophy. Perfect for bodybuilding training, or if you aesthetically want to grow muscle, develop strength to a certain extent. So it's not like it doesn't develop it at all. It's just a relative. So there you have proportion. Size, volume of the muscle, strength, endurance, like those 3 factors. And strength is not the biggest one. But when you do less than 5 repetitions, not a failure. You're resting longer, prolonged amount of times, like more than 15 minutes at the very least. Maybe even 30 if you can, but you can do grease the groove method. Look it up. Pavel Tsatsouline, grease the groove, you will see the method. If you're in the gym, 10-15 minutes at least. And that's why I'm doing rotation. Now I did this, and now I'm gonna go back to boxing, okay? Окей, ребятки, я вот тут буду тренироваться, хорошо? Вы там играете, хорошо? Yeah. I'm just letting know kids that I'm gonna keep doing boxing. So every now and then, you're gonna see them. You're gonna see them throwing stuff here. Да, прыгай, скажи привет, привет. Привет, скажи привет, иди. Синчао. I love kids. I think you're gonna get entertained. Main purpose of the resistance training structure, integrity, not just strength. Though you can split it into primarily goals. You want the strength, less hypertrophy, strength development. If you've seen this guy who plays Anatoly, the janitor who lifts the weights and shocks the people, he's small. He's not that big at all. Obviously, he's shredded. He has the muscle component, but because he's been training powerlifting style or weightlifting style, which is primarily developing strength as the biggest aspect, like targeting it the most. This is what you get. And for boxing, I'm not looking forward to stack up a muscle to get up in a weight class. I'm looking forward to get as strong and by extension as powerful as possible in my weight class, which is quite a small weight class. Bye, Gabby. I don't listen to women. Very bad you don't listen to your mom. I mean, for athletes, not bodybuilders. As I said, I'm not saying there is nothing wrong against the hypertrophy training. I might do, and you can integrate hypertrophy training. Hold up, I'm looking for another glove. I'm looking for the hypertrophy training every now and then, especially on the lower body. Why not? But right now, as I said, my goal is I don't want to grow. I want to stay in this minimal weight class, and I want to get to as strong as possible. Okay. So here it is. You can look it up yourself. Just look it up, and it's not something I made up or we made up. It's something that is one of the most efficient methods. Islam says he takes creatine. Yeah, Russian creatine. Amazing, and able to do this because I don't go until that I failed. I mean, as I said, less repetitions, not a muscle failure, long amount of time, and stacking up the weight to always be less than 5 repetitions. They're gonna focus more on strength, less on the hypertrophy. 7, 8 till like 12 to 15, 16 repetitions. Muscle failure is gonna more focus on the volume. But that's the thing, you can combine those type of trainings. You don't have to go rather this or that. You can make like a mixed program. There's no problem with that, I think. It's not like one way or another. It's, well, sometimes it's rather one or another, or it can be combined. Okay, I'm gonna play some time. Here we go. Okay, 15 minutes. It's gonna be even longer rest, which is good for me. Okay, someone was saying let's talk about jab, yeah? And left hook or something. So jab is like something that is setting up everything. So when you stand on the ring, it's very rare you start from cross chest or just like a hook. Jab is like 99.9% you will start with jab. You can do pump, stomach, you know? And then as a second punch, you can do like, for example, jab and slightly shift and left hook. So again, let's train this one. Oh, окей, ребят, поосторожнее немножко, хорошо? Kids. Осторожно, хорошо? Пам. Okay. So one way is like pam. So just to create momentum, I slightly shift. Obviously, for longer boxers, it's easier to kind of keep it on the distance. But for the shorter boxers, you kind of need to try to get it on the closer distance, okay? Another thing is you set it up in the 1-2-3 combo. So you would do jab, cross, and you already have that range momentum, and then you end up with the left hook. That is quite powerful. So you do like, okay? Okay, I gotta show you this a little bit. So you can watch me and kids. I'm in Vietnam, by Georgia. Хорошо. Так, осторожно с этим. Okay, let's continue. Here. Another thing, you can do sleep and then throw the left. No, that's okay. Just go straight, okay? Иди прямо, если хочешь. Можешь даже помахать в камеру, если хочешь. You can say hi if you want. Okay, you can also do like after jab, very fast sleep, and then hook. So it's like boom. Boop. Come here. Are those kids? No, my kids, no, but they're our gym's kids. Pretend I'm new in the box. It's the first thing you'll teach. Let's do the hip movement. Relax. Let's establish your stance. Stand on the width of your shoulder. Depending which is more comfortable, step forward, rotate. You can try both and see which feels more comfortable. Usually, if you're orthodox, your left leg goes forward and your left side is the contour. From here, you can keep your hands up or even like relax. And the first thing we're gonna learn is this movement. Moving in that specific way. Like this, okay? That's the first thing. And then, 1, 2. Just learn how to throw the punches. Like it's one of the very first things, just for your brain to understand the movement. Yeah, cute and very cute kids. They're having some battles here, but it's okay. What is the physical intention of throwing left hook general? Well, one of the most powerful knockout punch actually. So it's good to have your hook combos, hooks in your combos. Also, it helps you to kind of shorten the distance. Like you can do like jab, and then when you go in, you're already in the middle range, and you boom, kind of set it up. It's quite powerful punch, and usually it can cause a knockdown, it can cause a knockout, or just simply damage your opponent to the extent that it just breaks their will a little bit. So you would do like. Okay, you also can train combo by moving different directions, but the point is, yeah, you just integrate your hooks. I don't really throw that much of the right hook, I'll be honest. So, no, привет, скажи привет, если хочешь. This is Elena. She's like a blue belt in BJJ. She'll kick my ass on BJJ, that's for sure. We have a BJJ classes up there. Your session is over. Kids invade your territory. No problem. Kids should invade. They should be welcomed in every gym. That's the only way you raise a healthy younger generation. Okay, zero telegraph. You need to clarify a little bit. I gotta remind you guys, I was learning boxing terms in Russian and Georgian. So some English terms are still a little bit hard to, so explain how you want me to do it in a few words, and I'll do it. I most likely know what you want to say, but it's just in English. I don't know what telegraph means. Yeah, she's tall. She's big. So you saw, yeah, she's like maybe 170 or something. I'm 161. What fighting style are you trying to be mixed? Learning all of it a little bit. I mean, I'm not a tall boxer, but I'm working. I know how to work on distance, but I'm pushing more heavily on getting in kind of like cutting angles, like this kind of stuff. Like a middle range work. I'm keeping my hands relatively high, so basically that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, zero telegraph means to know prior or predictable movement before a strike. Okay. Basically, then it's not going to be as powerful. I mean, unless you train it, obviously, but you have to use less range through your hip, right? So here you will just do pump. So I'm like, and I usually always, if I do the left hook, the right one is easier in this case because you're like, because you already have the range. Whatever you throw with your back side, it's gonna have more power naturally because you have a bigger range of motion. See, I don't need any, as you say, telegraph. But on the left one, it's more like a pointing. So at least in my case, it's not as powerful that way. But that's why here, for example, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's kind of showing the moment, but at the same time, you have, for example, you throw pump, jab, fast jab. And the second one you do it, if you see that that lands and your opponent doesn't react to it well, you do one, and then you do or uppercut or hook. And in the combo of like when you do 1, 2, and end it with the third, well, it's so fast in that setting. You don't really do like, you're not just doing like something like this, you know what I mean? Or you kind of cover it up by putting it in the right sequence, in the right position in the combo. So you would do like, you already go, jab, cross, and then you finish with a hook. It's a very good offensive combo. You're like, very good offensive combo. Whew. Do you do UFC now? No, but we watch. I watch UFC. I talk about it. We have some talks about some upcoming fights and the UFC dynamics. Pump, pump, pump. Okay, please, Sefat, don't spam. I will have to time you out, okay? Because I wanted to keep chat clean. So don't do that, okay? Don't do it. Whew. Do you do UFC? Holy cow. Yeah, I mean, let's not be mean. There, we all been casuals at some point. I mean, I heard people asking weird stuff, but you know, everyone starts from something. Hi. Can demonstrate an uppercut or a body lower shot? Yeah, let's do it. I'm kind of doing, when I go to the body, I don't really do that much of the uppercut. I think the good uppercut timing, at least for me, works that way, is when you're here and you will do, let's say, left hook, and your opponent, if they kind of open, or you can go to the stomach, for example, left hook, so they're kind of like dropping their hand a little bit, and you do boom. But it also can be like, it can be straight as well. I mean, uppercut, if landed right here, can be very powerful, like a knocking out punch, but it's also up to a style of the person, you know? So like throwing bum, bum, something like this. I'm throwing some punches, relaxing. So bum, bum. Left hook, uppercut, right inside. When it comes to the stomach, like I'm showing it the way that it's kind of like it's something between a hook and an uppercut, because it kind of comes from, it's not exactly a hook, it's not exactly uppercut. But, well, as long as it lands and I can generate the power, it works. I'm from Georgia, the country, not the state. I want to know what you're thinking while throwing a particular punch. I'll tell you. Okay, I'm gonna not subtitle, but I'm gonna over voice my moving right now. Relax, 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 boom, boom, explode. Relax, relax, bump, bump, snappy. Relax, explode. Okay, fine, explode. So it's basically almost like a command. Here, in the moment, relax. There's no point to get tight. That's one of the most things that wears you off. So one of the best things to focus on while you already start practicing a technical sparring and sparring with different people is learn how to relax. Be focused, but be relaxed. Don't exhaust your own body by tightening up. And then you have different things. You have some snappy, fast punches. So here it's like snap, 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 snap. So it's like a 40, 50, 60%, not more than that. Pum, pum. And usually those are jabs. And then when you set up, 1, 2, those were more powerful. So it's like explode. Literally a definition of explosion. And those punches you work, you just grind them like this. Obviously later you do more freestyle and you put them in timing and you try to find a good timing. But what you do as a separate work, you learn all of it separately and then you put it together. Relax, relax, stop, stop, relax, relax, play, 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 snap, snap, explode, like that kind of stuff. And in between, relax. Yeah, that's the same country. I'm from the same country, knows the same language. Against bigger opponents. What was the question? Well, against bigger opponents, aiming slightly up and try to get the middle and the long range. Unfortunately, it's Muslim country sports and boxing and a lot for females. That is not, actually not exactly true. I know that Islam is not very encouraging, but there was this Algerian boxer, and Algeria is a Muslim country, and I've seen some females like with the we call it hijab, yeah, with the hijab boxing. So there are definitely some, and maybe those are more from the richer Muslim countries where it's kind of, I mean, and they train that way. I remember there was one girl in again, I'm not saying that religion, I know that religion usually against it, but I've seen some female fighters or Muslim fighters. Taekwondo, I've seen someone who was performing Taekwondo, and yeah, well, you tell me, there might be someone more. You can look it up if you want to. Uh, okay, 1 second. I'm checking the time, guys. Okay, well, basically, it's been already time. So let me look through the comments, and I'll go the last set on the strength. I might do boxing after a little bit more too. You don't demonstrate question mark kick or just boxing? Just boxing. No, I don't do. I don't even know that kick exactly what that means. I know low kick, body kick, like a head kick, high kick, spinning back kick, roundhouse, but like again, tipping. So, well, explain what that kick is. Uh, is this Muay Thai or Dutch style? This this is just boxing. Just my mix of whatever I'm practicing, and I'm watching different type. I watch different boxers. I learn a lot from watching boxing as well. Okay, but what is a gazelle punch? Gazelle punch is basically kind of like a hop with hopping. So you would do like bum, kind of like bum bum. So you kind of hop in forward, and that is quite powerful. I mean, obviously you do it like fast and powerful. Okay. You also train your abs. I mean, not specifically separately. My abs just get trained with whatever weights I lift. Okay, let me first of all, first is landmine. So I'm doing last set on the strength. Here's the landmine. Let's go. Okay, got the chalk. I'll try to do 3 this time. One, two, three. That's enough. And left one. One, two, three. Okay, and the rope. Okay, I'm already exhausted, but I'll try to go a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm done on this one. Well, good that was the last set anyway, so that is kind of my limit, which is good. This one, 4th time, can I do? And the landmine, 17 and a half plus the barbell kgs. And on the 3rd set, on the fourth set, I had to drop till three, from four till three repetitions because I was feeling that it's getting too much. Okay, I think we can get back to the boxing. Let me just uh, let me just clean my hands from the chalk. Do I look like Muslim? Like I'm in a tropical country, dressed up not like a Muslim. I will watch till the end and we'll come back whenever I'm free again. Appreciate you. Thank you. To have it for you as exercise demands explosiveness. Well, I already did it 3 times. You can play it back and see. I can go halfway up. So that's the beauty of the strength. So you don't need. It might not look impressive to someone at certain points. There's some exercises you might not be as advanced, but it's okay. It's about the stimulus you do, and you do that consistently. Like throughout the week, and then you get better. So look me up in a few months when I'm just doing that consistently. I'll be able to go all the way up. Is app supported for boxing? Apps are important for everything. Without honed apps, like literally, if it had some dysfunction with the muscles in the apps, you wouldn't be able to stand straight. Including actually core apps are not only front part. Abs are front part, but the core muscles generally, you have the lower back muscles, you have some upper glute area, including they're responsible for the posture, for holding the body straight up. Also, during the movement, any type of movement, they're like quite involved. So, if you're exercising, doing martial arts, you're training, you're doing heavy lifting, squats, like abs are getting mobilized and all of it. It's good to do some extra. I think the best one is like a raising legs while hanging on the thing. Um, those like that is a good exercise. But apart from that, I'm not really doing that much. I'm not doing like a crazy amount of sit-ups or something. There's a little bit outdated one as well. Sorry, not sorry, but you can look it up yourself. Okay, let's do a little bit more boxing. Yeah, since we're here, yeah, let's do a little bit more boxing. Let me get my water. Here we are. What things people get from your life? some encouragement to believe in themselves and do better, and some boxing tips, and some karaoke singing. And some people, well, that is a little bit controversial. Some people like it, some not. But uh, it just it's my channel, so I'm entitled to for showing whatever I think is um, whatever I want, basically. Neck area. Neck is another thing. It's getting trained. The more you there are separate exercises. I'm not saying you can do it. Those are quite useful. But it's funny enough, my neck, like those muscles, got developed while I was sprinting. Like sprinting, when you have that movement and you are like low key, it is engaged because you gotta keep your head in the position while doing like a max speed. So I guess and same in the boxing, when you do super explosive movement, you might not feel it, but it like this area is at least tensing up too. Because I mean, imagine you throw punches. I actually seen that a couple of times. I've seen some people who had such a better terrible coordination. They throw punches and they had this like waving I've seen that once. It was super weird because like your neck has to hold the head right when you're making that explosive momentum. So yeah, neck is very important. What's for MMA? Wrestling is more dominating, but you need boxing too. And get a good wrestling first, and then learn how to do box well as well. Yeah, I'm going on the bag anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna throw some combinations, a little bit more boxing. Let me just time it. Let me. I'll time a little around 15 minutes. Your name is Redhead Diaries, yes, and my name is Diana. The channel's name is Redhead Diaries. Yes, wrestling is more dominant. There's no doubt about it. In cases when boxing is more dominant is when they have good enough wrestling, and then they can be able to push their striking. Okay. Well, definitely a little bit more tired today. I mean, after the training. Whew. I do MMA. I choose kickboxing as my style, but don't know what grappling style should I choose. Go for Greco-Roman wrestling and BJJ. You will need both. BJJ is great for defensive grappling, and Greco-Roman wrestling is good for an offensive, dominating, for takedowns, for suplexes, for different type of throws. I'm not doing kicks. Like I showed you a little bit. Kicks. I'm not a kickboxer. I'm showing my boxing training. So feel free to ask anything regarding boxing. So yeah, I did different combos, different like it's actually funny. I just remembered for the Christ's sake. I got my boxing shoes delivered like last week, and because I'm so used to in Southeast Asia to wear those, well, I mean not wearing anything, I forgot about them. How funny! Like yeah, tomorrow I'll try to wear them. Yeah, I'll try to wear them. Uh, so yeah, gonna keep it up. Okay, let's go for harder punches. I'm gonna go a little bit more explosive stuff too, and then gonna just wrap it up. Okay. So pump, 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 pump. So that's a good thing, and that's what I like Terence Crawford doing. Terence being like in the middle distance, and then he gets to openings, and then he throws harder blows. So he's like relax, pump, 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 focus, pump, pump. Like even like pushing their hands, not letting them properly throw this punch. Boom, boom. I'm so excited to work with Coach An. Uh, he's gonna help me and guide me more on the things that I need for the preparation. But basically, he said 5 6 months to get into a stage. Right now, putting physicality, cardio, endurance combined with boxing, timing, and strategy. When I did the sparring last week, he said, I have speed, I already have power. He says, you have technique. I was very happy to hear because I've been working all this time since the beginning of this year. I really been working on improving my movement, my footwork, punches, all that kind of stuff. So that was good. But now we're leveling up, stepping up more, and there is time. Endurance. that you need for willpower. Endurance is the thing. Like without endurance, the best technique gonna collapse and fall apart on the ring. And another thing is the IQ, the right timing, actually being able to play the chess with the boxing, not just brawl, not just throw punches, but pump, pump, uh, play, be able to play good chess, right? So he's gonna help me with this, and hopefully in 5 6 months, first fight, maybe even earlier, because I told him, is it possible? I asked him, is it possible? Maybe we can do that earlier. He's like, yeah, let's see. I mean, it's possible. It's just he's like an average estimation is 5 6 months, might be earlier. Hey, good morning, Michael. Good. Hounds of business. Michael Asher. He's one of the most motivational and energized people I had the honor and luxury to get to know through YouTube. You know, I met some great people through this thing, and that's one of the reasons why I'm very proud of doing what I'm doing. Thanks to Chris, my husband, who pressed me and pushed me and believed in me when I didn't, to start YouTube and then live streaming. Thanks to Mike finding me and connecting with me and becoming our friends. So yeah, and all of you guys, thank you all of you guys for being here and supporting me and my channel and my journey. I'm 25 years old. I'm Eastern, I'm Slavic, I'm Caucasian Slavic. My father is Georgian, same country as Ilya, and Merab. And my mom is Crimean. She's basically half Russian, half Ukrainian. Have you ever had a pro fight? No, I had amateur fights. I had open ring tournaments, but I never had a pro fight. But I'm looking forward to get there. Appreciate it. Thank you. What weight class? How tall are you? I'm 161 centimeters, 5'2" and I'm going all the way down to 48, 45. And right now 57, 54, 57. Sorry, 54, 53 kgs, and I'm planning to go low. You have an amateur background? Yes, sir, I have. Not a big one. I had like 5 fights, 3 wins, 2 losses. 2 losses against quite a good experienced boxers. They were older than me at that point as well. And I had more than maybe 20 open ring tournaments at the very least. My dominant side is orthodox, but now I'm loving southpaw. That's great. If you learn how to switch, that's amazing. Well, thank you, my friends. Thrilled to know and work with you and Chris. It's an honor. Happy to have you here, Mike, and in our lives. I'm not too worried about CT from sparring. That's a very good thing. I'm not sparring heavy. No. Body shots, yeah. Like there are a lot of things. I suggested to look up Tony Jeffries. He talks about CT and actually the safest way how to spar, even for the competitive preparation, both for like just people who just want to train for themselves, but also for the preparation purposes. There are very like you need to use sparring as a tool. Like I think that's a lot of people forget that. If you just go and if you think that it just you go and fight, in reality your brain is not learning much when you're in the heavy fight and flight response. When you learn is when you do a breakdown, when you have a good coach, when you have a good sparring partner, you have a full communication with, no ego, there is no shame to stop, start again, take a rest, gradually, recoup and all that kind of stuff. Because sparring is like a final tool that helps you to prepare for the actual fight. You need to keep the strong head punches as little as possible. Even mild punches kind of shake your brain a little bit. And well, theoretically, the more you get it, the more closer you are to CTE potential. Another big factor, hydration. Guys, get hydrated. Not only water, but electrolytes. Have electrolytes. Always make sure you're hydrated. especially when you're doing water, the weight cut and water cut for competitive. That's one of the biggest things when people try to make weight in the wrong weight class, when they cut too much to have an advantage. In reality, their brain membrane gets thinner. It gets thinner. It is way more vulnerable. It's like the risk of future CTE or any degenerative neural issue development increases drastically. That's another thing. And obviously, sleep, recovery, like the stress management, detaching from stress, all these things combined make sure that you have a relatively healthy um, way through the sport and longevity. I'm also not looking forward to. I mean, I don't know how it goes. If it goes that I go very like high level, amazing. But even there, boxing, like you have boxers that actually didn't really got hit that much in their career. There are also boxers who got way harder punches and actually gained their CTE through the training sparring rather than the actual fight. So a lot of things now changing regarding that. It's very important. Sorry for ranting on that one, but that is important topic. So thank you for bringing it up and asking that question. 25, you're younger than I did. Much boxing the way. Good. Thanks for sharing that. How are you 25 married? What's wrong with that though? I'm an adult. I'm in Vietnam. Did you mention Tony Jeffries? Yes. Yes, I did. I watched the guy. I love him. I think he's amazing, super smart, and he has a very good topics on the brain health as well, apart from the boxing. Your motivation and discipline is often off the charts. I keep waking up late. That's why I tune in here. Well, I'm glad to have you here. As I said, I'm a southpaw, but I think my right hand is more stronger. Um, well, I mean, you're saying, well, that's good. Well, try to switch stances and see how is your right cross. But also, it's amazing if you have a super strong jab, then you gotta train, like just stand and train. This is the southpaw, by the way, for me. So boom, train that separate punch if you feel that it's not as good. But you have a potential probably do both stances, so give it a try. I needed the inspiration. Thank you. Of course, always. I'm doing well, guys. I hope you're doing well as well. Uh, but yeah, okay. Basically, I'm done for today. My training is done, so um, I don't know. Should I keep it up a little bit longer? Just maybe go through some combos if you wanna. I don't know if you want to ask me some combinations, I can do it. But my main part of the training is done. There are elite hand dominant fighters too. Where Ward is a left-handed righty. Georgia Petrosian was the right-handed lefty. Yes, that's a good point, and that can give you its own advantage. So there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you use it on the ring and turn it into your advantage. It's all good. Do you do anything beyond training and videos? Yes, I do personal trainings. That's my primarily um, work, basically. I've been self-employed and working online most of my time. I'm doing a little bit more singing lately. I've been invited to some events to sing, and I do karaoke hosting. So I've been doing a little bit of singing and gradually building up certain communities and stuff. Michael, come on. Appreciate it. What is it? Is it Fox? Thanks for the donation. It's like my friend giving me a tip. You find us my coffee here in Vietnam. Actually, not a one coffee, more like there's this cheap place. They sell coffee for, I think it's like 70 cents. So I'm gonna be able to afford my coffee. I also like to train Muay Thai because I like the style of striking. Muay Thai is Muay Thai is one of the probably most powerful striking discipline sports.
Muay Thai was created historically to be able to kill your opponent with your bare hands. Like imagine those elbows and those knees and those that was aimed to actually destroy the person. That's crazy, isn't it? Do you travel alone? Is it difficult to be married and traveling? No, me and my husband are inseparable. He's in the chat, by the way, and we travel together. Yes, I'm married. Muay Thai has the best body conditioning. I would say overall, yes, and I always suggest boxing is great, but for getting on a quite good high level, but without fighting competitively and just do some light technical sparring, Muay Thai is actually great. If you go to Thailand, they don't have a heavy sparring culture because they're doing so much of it. Like you can't just do heavy sparrings all the time, right? So they go light, they train light, and it's super fun to do Muay Thai training. Have I ever knocked out a girl? Yes, I had. One of the open ring tournaments, not the official ones in amateur. I knocked out one girl. But I'm way more powerful right now. Like right now, it's my body matured, my brain matured, my understanding of boxing. Like to me, boxing is art now. It's not just the sport and just. It's about training myself to get self control. So it's like a journey, a warrior's journey, a peaceful warrior's journey, and you know, I have a different motivations now. Did you? They're cute together. Thanks. And you also knocked out the girl, and you were joking. I know. That sounds like your mic. I mean, like your joke. Uh, did your does your husband also train? He's been in extreme sports. He used to be a base jumper, one of the most dangerous sports in the world. When it comes to the martial arts, I started teaching him boxing, so I'm basically coaching him, and he became good. Let me tell you that. He also learned how to throw that super powerful low kick, like a right low kick, and yeah, that one is quite tough. Did you ever get knocked out? I got knocked down. Oh yeah, and at once it was knocked out. Like not knocked out like flat, but it was a stoppage because like I was just. But it was after I retired. It was actually when I retired. Then I think I was working in a gym, and they was like, "Oh, do you want to spar? There's this girl. Well, she's tough. And she's still fighting, and now I think she's doing like MMA Muay Thai. I'm still in touch with her coach actually, and they're the ones who are saying that they're like opportunity to to fight boxing professionally in Thailand. But yeah, years ago she kicked my ass. I just like didn't continue. But again, that was also stupid. She's also way bigger than me, so I didn't know how to cut weight, all that kind of stuff. Now, no way I'm fighting anyone above 51. Maybe gradually, start from the lower weight class and kind of come up. That's another thing. But at this point, not higher than 51. I'm not fighting anyone. You never knocked out anyone. Who would win in Muay Thai world champion or wrestling world champion? Who would win in Muay Thai world champion? I did not understand the question. Sorry. Because they are the connecting points, elbows and knees. That's right. I hope you don't break your own mind. It's a little crooked through the notice of. Well, I'm also another thing regarding CTE boxing itself, defensive boxing. A lot of like train commit to train your footwork, distance control, using your hands as the reflecting punches, sleeping, weaving, doing like a setup punches. Use everything to be able to basically just wear off. In the beginning, everyone is tough, but it's important how you through the dynamic. That's why you have some legendary boxers that barely been hit in their head. I mean, as much as boxers usually would do. This is my kind of boxing. You know what I mean? This is where I'm aiming. This is what I want to become if I become. How you met your husband? Around 3 years ago in Georgia. He was traveling around the world, and he ended up to be in Georgia. And I'm from Georgia originally. I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. There's so many pretty fighters. That actually sells well. I'm from Georgia, same country as Ilia Tapuria and Merab Dvalishvili. By the way, Merab is fighting in few days, 320 UFC 323. Athleticism matters a lot more in female combat sports. Well, we gotta change that a little bit. Athleticism matters in any boxing, not more in the female sports. If you take boxers, athleticism like boxing, you see that technique, but when you see a boxer not breaking down under pressure and recovering, and this is athleticism. That's his definition of athleticism. So the problem with female boxer, and that's why Katie Taylor is so good because she's actually more technical and she's very good, like a defensive boxer. Like she's very good when it comes to technicality. But that's the thing. I'm aiming to like. Why wouldn't you change that? Why do I need to brawl if I, you know, can train to the point and do my best to actually learn how to? You need to brawl when you need to brawl. There's no problem with that. But I think it's about where you put your mind, where you set it. I'm gonna join. Coach I'm gonna help me, and he has the same mentality as I do. He likes good, strategic, smart boxing. This is our mind. This is our goal. I'm not planning to just brawl and just prove something. That's not what I want. I want aim for beauty, and that beauty is the combination of athleticism, endurance. Endurance is first, actually. You need stamina, endurance, otherwise you collapse. Then obviously you have conditioning, physical conditioning, and power. Then you obviously have technique and timing and IQ. This is how you develop your boxing IQ. Around that, you can build a strategy, and through the physicality and endurance, you can execute that strategy, and then the magic happens. More in female combat sports since terrible technical ones with good explosiveness do well. Well, explosiveness is actually partially technique. There might be not as again timing. Maybe women boxing has a little bit different timing. You're right. It's more like bam 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 brawling. Then it's like almost becomes just exchanging punches without really like setting up, cutting angles, having a strategy. But that's okay. It's just because like it takes someone to just start training that specific way. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's simple, but it's if it's a goal, then it becomes that there's that the way you choose, right? So, but explosivity like this, for example, that's why you have not that many boxers even who has boom. Like even in MMA, you have few boxers who have like the very good boxing jab. This is technique, right? Because a lot of people just do this, and even in boxing, a lot of women kind of like throw this. Okay, when you put explosivity, even not to a perfect, boom, that already is a technique. Technique is not just a moment; it is how you execute it, and you gotta be able to create the power through velocity. Haha, Nate Diaz. Diaz brothers are the peak of performance. I train in Vietnam. You don't know anything about anything. It sounds like you know nothing, Jon Snow. Or I think it's the Socrates or the Aristotle who said that. I know uh, I know one thing that I don't know anything, or something like that. I don't remember how it's the exact quote. I mean, guys, kickboxing is not really my thing, so I can just assume, but not really give you my example. Okay, in kickboxing, I use reach advantages, kicks, but in boxing, I don't. I don't know what happens. Well, because in boxing, this what works, right? So your range, obviously, my leg, you see, my leg is way like my leg is way longer. So in boxing, just the range dynamic changes. So you gotta be able to learn how to adapt to it. Hey, how are you? Okay. Would you like to, would you prefer to fight Shevchenko who fought in the UFC before Islam and Jack Della? I didn't understand the question. I don't want to fight Valentina. I love her. I'm her fan, but she would kick my ass in MMA. And I believe she would be tough in boxing too. She's not only a puncher and good like IQ in mixed martial arts, she's also super tough. Like her way is built up about like that's her lifestyle. This is what she does most of her time. How long did you train? Total of 10 years. Don't you know what is a southpaw? I have no idea what it means. It is basically a left-handed. You have right-handed orthodox stance. You have uh, sorry, right-handed orthodox, left-handed southpaw. I was around 15 when I started my background. So now I'm 25. Boxing. How much do you bench? I don't know. I don't do bench press. I do incline uh, press. Landmine press. And in landmines, I just did 4 repetitions, 17 and a half kilograms plus the barbell. There are some major differences. First major difference is their leg kicks, but stance wise, there are also the differences. Good day to you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good day to you too. Yeah, obliques are dirty. But okay, guys, I gotta wrap it up now. Gonna go rest a little bit. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you. Have a good day and good night, depending where you from. And I see you in the next one. It was a good training, and thanks for being here. Bye bye.